Hey, welcome back, my fellow humble investors. It's me, E.T. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a self-taught investor who likes to look at ways to increase one's net worth. And you guys also know that I love talking about Humbl. Now, in today's video, this is going to be a good one here because the third quarter earnings report was released. So we have the financials for the third quarter. And what I'm going to do is I am going to look at the things that I think are important at a company at this early stage of development. Remember this, Humbl is an 11-month-old company. And this is November of 2021. And we're getting ready to go over the third quarter, which is 9 months of financials that we're going to take a look at. What I'm going to concentrate on is the things that I feel are important and what I do when it comes to looking at financial reports and so forth. I kind of relate it to being in a financially good household, a household that practice good financial principles. All right. And that's how I relate those earning reports. You know, the income statement, the cash flow, and the balance sheet. Now, I'm not going to go over the entire earnings report. I'm going to go over the things that I think are important right now at this particular stage. And that is from if I was just starting a household, the first thing that I'm thinking about is income, increasing my income. All right. And after I start doing that, what do I do with my income? Same thing with a startup company. I'm looking at revenue. So what I'm going to focus on is the revenue growth of Humbl. Now, yes, I did take a look at the financial report, read about 80% of it. I took a look at the assets. We're looking at about $20 million in asset. The liabilities are about $26 million. I have no problems with that in the early stage because of those $26 million, $16 million of that is in goodwill, and that's associated with Tickery and Monster. And just like with any good household, if you're going to buy liabilities, you buy liabilities that pays for itself. And Tickery and Monster, as you can see from this, once we take a look at that, seems to be paying for itself. Now, it also goes over information that we already know when it comes to the B shares. There are restrictions in place there. B shares, those shares are going to hit the market sooner or later. All right, but hopefully later, so that way we can continue to build and grow on our revenue. And we also know about the peer-to-peer. We're making progress there. With the peer-to-peer, we just recently soft launched the mobile wallet portion. The other portion of it, we're still working on, but we're making progress. So just like with any company, we're looking at growing our revenue, controlling our costs, and controlling the debt. So let's take a look at the third quarter's revenue for Humbl. All right. Now, you're looking at this board and you're thinking, boy, what a hot mess. We'll decipher it. We'll make sense of this hot mess. All right. So here we have Q1 revenue numbers, Q2, Q3, then we have the total. And we already know Q1, the top revenue number was $156,260, and the bottom revenue number for Q1 was a gross profit of $51,517. Remember, first quarter, first 3 months of existence. Q2, the top line revenue was $225,956, which was a 45% increase over Q1. 45. I know when Brian Foote did the investor call, his chart said 42. You take a look at those numbers and you do the math, that 42 is wrong. It's 45. Just saying. The bottom line for Q2, bottom line gross profit was $186,834. Gross profits went up 263% from second quarter to third quarter. Now, This is the quarter that we're all been waiting for. Third quarter, top line number. In the third quarter, 1,198,270. That is a 430% increase over the second quarter. The bottom line, the gross profit was $737,918. Let me say that again. $737,918. That is a 295% increase over the gross profit from Q2. Here's a breakdown of that. We know that we have three vertical segments. We have Humbl Pay, Humbl Marketplace, and Humbl Financials. Humbl Pay, this is the first quarter where we actually seen some revenue from Humbl Pay. But remember, we didn't really start until the third quarter. We've got $13,778. I would imagine once we see the fourth quarter, when we have a full quarter in our belt, this is going to be a much bigger number. Look at it here, 00. All right, here in the Humbl Marketplace, that's where you're going to have the Tickery and Monster. Look at that, $1,079,355. That is a 787% increase in the marketplace revenue compared to Q2. And then we have Humbl Financial. Here it is showing a 15% loss over Q2. And what that tells you right there is this here. And that tells you that we are losing subscribers or customers when it comes to the Humbl ETXs. The ETX, I'm involved in the ETX. And you'll see when I show you my position. And trust me, the way the crypto market is going right now, this is the true crypto play when it comes to wanting an ETF. This here is an ETX, same doggone thing. But they came out with that, the crypto or the Bitcoin ETF. It's not a true ETF. Well, it is, but they're tracking the futures. And so we don't have a true one. There is one out there. Realistically, it's the Humbl's ETX. It's a great product. It's a great way to diversify and to play it safe when it comes to the crypto market. You can't beat it. We're losing customers here. We need to do something to get the awareness out there. This is an excellent product, and especially for those crypto investors looking for those ETFs. Use the Humbl ETF. All right, here we've got the cost of revenue. Cost of revenue definitely went up. It increased by over 1,000%. And the reason why is because of Tickery. I'm pretty sure the costs associated with getting Tickery and Monster up to speed, so that way it can start generating revenue. But the bottom line is this: their gross profits, we're still up 295%. And then let's look at the total. Bottom line now, we're talking about a company with 9 months of revenue under his belt, and that generated $1,580,486. And here's a breakdown here. And if you look, just in this one quarter, the Humbl Marketplace took over, because that's 87% of the revenue generated total for the first 9 months in existence. All right. Humbl Financial is 12%. Humbl Pay is 1%. I guarantee you, when we get the fourth quarter, you're going to see probably the bulk of it is going to be probably Humbl Pay and here. All right. And then we see that the cost of the revenue is, for those 9 months, $604,000. Gross profit is $976,269. This number and all these numbers will increase as we continue to go on. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for revenue growth. And then what are we going to do with that revenue? I have no problems with creating liabilities, going out and buying liability that's going to generate more revenue in order to pay for itself. Now what I want to do is I want to encourage you guys to stick and stay until the end of the video, because I'm going to talk about this brick. There's a story behind it. So stick and stay after the presentation where I talk about the price action and my current position in Humbl and my current position with the ETX. After that, I'm going to tell you the story about that brick. So let's go ahead and move on to price action and my current positions in Humbl. Hold up, wait a minute, shameless plug coming. Hey guys, if you like this video, what I need you to do is make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. But also, I want to make you guys aware of the other video series that I have. All right, one of the video series is I follow another OTC startup company. This company is called ILus International. The ticker is ILUS. In this video series, I pretty much do exactly what I do with Humbl. I keep you updated what's going on with it, talk about my position and my outlook on that particular company as so far as it relates to the stock price. Now with ILus International, I am up 40%. But I also have a video series that goes over my dividend portfolio. And that comes out once a month, and what I do is I talk about the performance of my dividend portfolio for the previous month. Just so that you know, just like a little teaser and so forth, I'm averaging about $300 per month in dividend payouts. And what I do with that money, now that's income. If I want, I can take that money and pay bills or spend it. What I do with that for the time being is I reinvest that money to buy additional shares of that stock out of, no money out of my pocket. Another video series that I have is my crypto performance video series. I put that out once a month, and I pretty much show you what I have invested when it comes to crypto and how it's performing, what exchanges that I'm using, just so that you know. Of course, you guys know that I use I have the Humbl ETX, but also I have Coinbase, Robinhood, and Webull. And you get to take a look at those performance there. In my last video for the month of October, in that video, I was up 51%. And what I'm going to have coming soon is really just tracking videos, tracking the performance of my selling options. I sell options also. Year to date, here in November right now, I've made a total of over $53,000 in income from selling options. I use that money to buy other assets, whether it's crypto, stocks. So that series also is coming. So if you're interested in any of that, I'll make sure that I put the link in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. All right, now back to the presentation. Humbl Nation, we're definitely seeing the growth. Up 430% in the third quarter compared to the second quarter. You gotta love it. Let's take a look at the price action for Humbl. Here's the price action for Humbl on the close of the trading day on Friday, the 12th of November. As you can see, pretty much closed flat, open at 60 cents, closed at 60 cents. But if you look at the 5-day trend line for that 5 trading days, it was on it's a declining trend line. You don't want to see that, but that's just the way it is. The volume for Friday was actually below the 10-day average. The volume on Friday was 3.3. The 10-day average is 4.1 mil. And if we take a look at the short action on Friday, the short action was actually up. If you take a look at this short line, we can see that it is climbing. On Friday, 58% of the volume were shorts. You would think it would be the other way around, since we have the share restrictions and a good third quarter report, but they're still out there. And Humbl's now we're ranked number one, two, three, four, number 5 of the 50 most searched stocks within the last 72 hours, according to thelion.com. And this is my current position. As you can see, on the 10th of November, I added another 1,000 shares, picked it up at 60 cents. That drove down my cost basis from 147 to 140. I have a total of 11,500 shares. And as you can see, I am down 57%. Not worried about it. I definitely have the diamond hands when it comes to Humbl. I'm looking for the long run, not the short term. This here is a summary of my Humbl Financial ETX. Initially, I started off with block 3, block 5. I've had that since April. And as you can see, on the 30th of October, I added block 10. I also added the block Global Enterprise. And I added all 3 of the oscillators. Each one of these represents block 3. One represents block 5 and block 10. Block 3, 5, and 10 here, what they're doing is rebalancing. Here in the oscillators, they're using the AI trading bot technology to actively trade that. Initial investment now is $1,500. Current value is $1825.86. I am up 22%. Here is a month-to-month chart, just showing the overall performance of my ETX. All right, so there you have it. I'm down in Humbl. I'm up in my crypto security through the Humbl Financial ETXs. Now, as I told you, for those of you that stuck around, I'm going to tell you the story behind this brick. What this brick to me represent is Humbl. At the current position that Humbl is in. This here brick is the first brick in building a mansion. All right. So Humbl currently right now, we already know that it's a what? It's a 1.5. It generates, after 9 months of existing, $1.5 million in revenue. The bottom line is, just a little bit shy of $1 million. It has a long way to go. All right. This is the first brick. The price is 60 cents. Realistically speaking, it may be overvalued currently at this particular moment. But I'm not buying it for the brick. I am buying it because of the mansion. In order to build a mansion, it takes one brick at a time. So I'm willing to be patient. And I'm willing to continue to check up on the progress. Make sure that it is progressing along so that in 3, 4, 5 years, there's one brick as many bricks in a mansion. So that's really what I want to say when it comes to this brick. With that being said, guys, I will see you next week on the next update when it comes to Humbl. You guys take care. Bye-bye.